2020 was an extremely difficult year for the entire world due to the pandemic. Indian auto retail industry, which was already going through a rough patch with transition from BS4 to BS6 norms, suffered even badly due to no production as well as sales. Auto dealership operating costs were skyrocketing. Above this, many big automakers had already left, and there were few on the blocks which looked quite skeptical. It was becoming a question of survival for the dealers who had invested heavily in setting up their dealerships. There are about 4.5 million people working in auto retail sector in India, and some immediate and productive steps had to be taken to keep the dealers and consumers' interests protected. The need of the hour was to choose someone extraordinary who could be the torchbearer and bring auto retail out of this darkness which prevailed. Someone with the right vision, great experience, and leadership qualities to lead the industry in the right direction. At this critical juncture, the Federation of Automobile Dealers Associations (FADA) elected Mr. Vinkesh Gulati as its 35th president.
I was born and brought up in Allahabad, a small city situated at the confluence of three sacred rivers, Ganga, Jamuna and Saraswati.
An auto industry veteran, Mr. Gulati viewed these challenges as an opportunity to strengthen the organization. As FADA president, he ensured that his efforts kept the community relevant, the team energized and motivated, and the association sustainable and visible across all important platforms and communities. FADA has marked several milestones under Mr. Gulati's leadership, such as support for the community during the pandemic. The dealer community was the worst affected by the pandemic. In partnership with Google and ASDC, FADA conducted a unique digitization initiative, Grow with Google, to educate over 1 lakh employees at dealerships to keep the community motivated for their business and future. Work for Auto Dealers Protection Act. Exits of some major auto brands from India in the past few years adversely impacted the interests of consumers and dealers. Apart from immense capital loss, dealers were left with ruined customer relations and the endless barrage of consumer complaints. The entrenched, unethical and imbalanced power structures with OEMs caused a great deal of anguish to automobile dealers, and the existing laws were not adequate to protect their interests. FADA made strong representation to all possible platforms, such as government, policymakers and OEMs to address the concern on priority, and met more than 50+ members of parliaments to sensitize them on why Auto Dealers Protection Act was the need of the hour. FADA has also worked on a model dealer agreement and has initiated discussions with OEMs to implement points from the same in their agreements with dealers. As a responsible association, FADA has been highlighting dealers, allied businesses, manpower and customers' concern and losses due to OEM's sudden exit from the Indian market. Under the leadership of Mr. Gulati, the Federation's suggestions to the ministers have not only been reviewed, but have been well received with an assurance of taking the necessary action. Other significant steps taken under his guidance are: due to his incredible work for auto retail industry, Mr. Vinkesh Gulati has won numerous awards, such as Leader of Hope Award, Outstanding Leader of the Year in Automotive Sector, India's Top Mind in Education and Automobile Industry, and many more. With immense gratitude, the FADA fraternity is delighted to present its gesture of appreciation to Mr. Vinkesh Gulati, who served as the president of FADA during the years 2020 to 2022. We are delighted to share that the past 2 years under your leadership have been momentous for FADA, from the recognition gained as per APEX representative body in the automobile retail industry to our increased and fruitful engagement with government, manufacturers and the entire automotive retail ecosystem. Your vision of a unified and strengthened FADA gives an astute direction to its future course. On behalf of over 15,000 dealers across 28 states and 8 union territories of our nation, we thank you for your impeccable leadership. It has been an honor that you led from the front.